The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome everyone to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Hoosiers will kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. And look at him, it's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Quarterback adapted. On the move to the right, looking for a big one.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Snags it on the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Spits it out to the back. He's got him this time. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Working that left side now. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Got 5 on that last one, now second and inches. Here we go. Now on the option. That one never had a chance, incomplete. They've methodically worked their way down the field. The 11th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. Quarterback extends the play. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosier!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Gun to give to the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll give it to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Sooners come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
The Sooners are flying down the field. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got a man. It's Howard. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They'll try to get outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Back to pass. Gets it to the back. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the spot. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the ground game. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
The those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Hoosiers decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. He's got it inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. First and 10 from the 23. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Buying some time. Back's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting him tackled to the ground.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He steps out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll try to finish it with a score from there. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? On third and goal, they'll throw it. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Touchdown Sooners! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Indiana sends sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Let's go! Let's go! Fine play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
If I'm the offensive coordinator right here, man, I'm trying to find some easy gimmies. I'm trying to find a way to make this offense easier right now because everything seems hard. Like last week, too, man, just completion percentage is not great. This offense is just not moving like it should, and they got to find some ways to make this thing easier.
Connection to the right. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, picks on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Close to the marker, it's Thompson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. 1st half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
And the Sooners are on the move. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to sling it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's a great sign for this offense, man. Everything's been difficult so far. You dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow.
He's going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
I love back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Keeps looking downfield. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the give off the left side. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Virginia Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got his man to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. Did some work on the return. They mark him out of bounds right at the 20.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And into the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Looking for space, it's Howard. That should be the final play of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime.
There he goes! Ripping up a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Fires to the middle. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. I mean, you throw it to the open guy, you make the right decision, and the big fella, Mr. Reliable, the tight ends, right? Like your security blanket over the middle of the field, just can't come up with the football.
Here we go. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give up.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Takes the handoff. It's Howard. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Picks up the first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Lets it fly deep downfield. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. They try to pop a run on the draw. Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the returner goes down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. The long way there to pick up the first down.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Just keep slinging it. Still looking on the move. It's caught. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Looking for a crease, it's Howard. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your own line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it. Fighting off the defender. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Makes the grab over the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
The Sooners are marching down the field. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Running back searching for a hole. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Floats it out in space. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Working the big fella downfield and outside. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the back. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart.
Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 15. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Hoosier! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Get another look at this Oklahoma offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. He's got his man, makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep the drive alive. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
They want that clock to run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Across the 25, he's got room. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Sooners are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man out of the backfield. Turning it on. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback now breaking the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. A designed run for the quarterback. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed
terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He's got it on the run. Touchdown Sooners! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Hoosiers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Set, ready. They'll go to the air. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Looking for a gap. It's Howard. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.